I'm Ryan T, and welcome to another Otherworldly Reviews. Well, today I'm taking on Curse of Chucky, the 18th fucking movie in the series. Well, like 6th or 7th, I'm not too sure. But, in my opinion, this movie is one of the better of the series, excluding 1 and 2. Those are always my favorite Chucky movies, even though they scared the living shit out of me when I was a kid. Those are my favorite. In this movie, I don't like the way he looks. He has kind of a Down syndrome slash smashed in the face with a bat look. He also is a little bit more dark in this film, so his jokes kind of come off a little bit better than other jokes. Like in one example, they're sitting in a room with a little girl named Alice, and she's the kind of more or less the main character of the film that Chucky's following her around through the whole movie. And Alice is praying before she goes to bed. Her and her mother are praying before they go to bed. And the mother asks if Chucky is going to pray with them. And the little girl says that Chucky doesn't believe in God, and that Chucky told her that there is no God and that life's a bitch and you bleed dying like a stuffed pig. Words to live by, Chuck Meister. Oh, and all awkwardness aside, the movie starts off with Nika, a paraplegic who lives with her mother, who has some sort of traumatic event that set off some mental disorder in her. Because in the beginning of the movie, she's painting a whole bunch of flowers, and you come to find out a little bit later in the movie that the mother of Nika had a connection with Charles V. Ray, Chucky, and that Chucky was obsessed with her when he was a human, and that he kidnapped her and had her in a warehouse, and he was basically playing house with her. And she was pregnant with Nika at the time, and Chucky got caught by the cops because Nika's mother called the cops on them, that's actually a cool scene. It shows them like sitting down and everything's like all black and white, and like only certain things are popping out with colors, so that's pretty cool. So it shows that Chucky stabs Nika's mother in the stomach and basically gives her a fucking homemade abortion, and so that's why Nika's a paraplegic now. And then it also has some weird weird CGI. The CGI is very like early 2000s, and I'm not used to seeing a Chucky movie with a whole bunch of CGI, because usually they use practical effects with him and they have him walking around like actual puppet walking around, so I missed that a little bit. And it had a chili scene that was really fucking awesome, because Chucky helps one of them make food, and while they're all gone, he goes and gets like some rat poison and pours it into one of the bowls of chili, and you don't really know which bowl of chili it is until you see the priest there's a priest eating with them, and then you see the priest walk out of the house, and he's all sweaty and shit, he's all fucking sweating bullets, and he's driving, and he's all like, "Oh, Jesus, take the wheel!" But he doesn't, and then he wrecks and dies. So that was probably one of my favorite scenes. And this movie, it goes a little bit deeper into the backstory of Chucky, like how I was saying earlier, how it shows that he was obsessed with his mother, and it shows that all of this took place before he turned into a doll, and so that was pretty cool. And then it shows that this movie takes place after the events of Seed of Chucky, which to me doesn't make sense, because in this movie it shows that Tiffany is helping Chucky by sending him in the mail to people who have done him bad in the past. And so this doesn't make sense to me, because in the last Chucky movie, Chucky kills Tiffany. He kills Tiffany, but she's successfully transfers her body into Jennifer Tilly's body. And so what I'm thinking is, how could she help Chucky other than I guess the fact that she's crazy for Chucky and can't tell him no. So I don't know, maybe that's the reason why she's helping him. But then it was kind of cool to see her doing that. And then there's another credit scene too, where it shows Chucky playing hide the soul with that little girl Alice, and he for some reason or another doesn't transfer his soul into her successfully, because towards the end of the movie it shows Chucky getting shipped to Andy's house, which is really cool. You see Andy when he's older, and Andy's there like waiting for him like a hardened fucking badass. Like he's like, "I knew you'd come, bitch." He didn't say that, but it kind of like in his face, he like had that face, and he like shot Chucky in the face with a shotgun. Needless to say, this movie has a ton of unanswered questions and a couple of plot holes, but it's a solid fucking movie. It's a solid straight-to-video movie. But I kind of miss the days of seeing the Chuckster at a movie theater, which I think those days are far and few in between. Like, that's not going to happen anymore. But I have heard some news that a new Chucky movie was in the works, that they want to make it called The Revenge of Chucky. So maybe that's where this movie will take place, for him running around Andy's house and trying to kill Andy again as an adult, which would be kind of cool to see, but wouldn't make sense to see. So I guess I'm just gonna leave it at that, guys, and expect some more movie reviews. And today, this video is gonna go up. I'm gonna get my ass up and I'm gonna edit the fuck out of this video. So look out for it. Love you guys. Stay weird and make sure you like, subscribe, and all that internet shit.